He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Jayhawks offense will go on the attack first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Right, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Touchdown, Cougar! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There's tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out wide right, it's Parker. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Jayhawks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Trying to escape and get it himself. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Drops back on first down. Stepping to the right. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. Long way to go on second down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Turning it on! Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game for him.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Quarterback changing the play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. It's complete to the right. Could not make his way to the corner.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide, but to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Here comes the heat. Just got rid of that one.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Snaps it, and he has to have it. The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The Cougars offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes Bear Bachmeier. More than 300 yards and 3 scores in his last outing.
Well, this guy's been sensational individually, and when he plays well, he gives his team a chance to win. We know that. Now, obviously, they've got...
Catch inside the 30 and still running. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Into the house. Touchdown, BYU.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They put the brakes on it.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. They'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Lucky to get it off.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Taken down right away. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Going long. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Right side, it's Woodhead. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out and go for it on fourth. He's not going to get there. The defense with sure tackling to stop him a few yards short. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Jayhawk sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Guys?
All right, Holly. They'll run him again. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with the lone back. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Trying the left side. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's 3rd down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the 4th down.
They're not into 3s. They want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Got a little grasp, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Jayhawks! The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he's coming out of the end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Motion from the wide receiver. Fights off a defender. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. And the Cougars are rolling down the field. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got the quick pass. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
Yeah, and you could tell he wanted to get it to the big man. And I would too, by the way. You got a 6'4", 6'5", 6'17" wide receiver out there. You want to throw it up so he can make a play. Set those feet first, then you give it to him.
3rd and short from the 49 is this 4-down territory. He'll set up to throw. Fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Swamped immediately.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They were all over it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Handoff again. Down he goes.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. This time, they'll throw it. He's got it. At the 35, he's got room. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't kick. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. Bought a little time, lets it go. Comes down, it's Woodhead. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Right back to it. Looks as if BYU will have a first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Ready, go. Go.
Sells to run, looking to pass. He's going to run it. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Nice move to pick up yardage. Taken down.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier 3rd down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down. And shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. And look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Direct snap. And they'll make the tackle for no gain, get the stop, and get the ball back.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. And we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Might as well give it to him again. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Moving out to the right. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. That defensive end came off the ball with one goal in mind, and he was headed for the quarterback.
When you get off that fast and you're already on an edge as a 4-3 defensive end, a lot of times all you got to do is win with your hands, and you can get to the quarterback. Nice job.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. From the gun, there's some daylight. There he goes. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. On play action. Fires to the big fella. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air. It's Bachmeier. Gets it to the back. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Hall. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Cougars are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first. Got it. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. He's looking to pass. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Driven back. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the bootleg and rolling out. He's got the tight end. He gets it in. Touchdown, Cougars. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Jayhawks sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. 2nd and long here. Wants to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Hall. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Gives it. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Complete on 3rd down. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Well, they haven't been able to get it done on 4th down so far today. They've missed on their first 2 attempts. Is the 3rd time the charm? Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. The Cougars will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Quick give. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
That's in the tight end in motion. The fake wants to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I love the discipline of this defense. Not just playing run, right? They know it could be a pass in this situation. Pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, taking away all that small stuff. All the stuff, the easy access, the free release. Nice job and nice discipline by this defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal, put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got the first down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Pushes ahead. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Jayhawks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Keeps it on the ground. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. The give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone. Now we get a timeout called by the Jayhawks. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. We'll see how aggressive they are trying to put up points before the break. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Fires left. Complete on the comeback. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Timeout taken by BYU at second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Out wide left, it's Hall. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll try to get the first through the air. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at North Carolina in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Clemson Tigers. And it's the Tigers on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now back to your game in Provo. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And, of course, his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard.
He'll bring it out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Guys, Coach Satake told me at the half he is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The ride. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Rolls it in. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Might as well run him again. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. And the Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Sells to fake. Look out! Out wide right, it's Hall. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. On first and goal, let's see if BYU can score here. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down immediately.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Turns it upfield. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical.
Runs it into the house. Touchdown, BYU!
Yeah, and it's 4th and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on 4th and goal and gets the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Gathering up a head of steam out of the end zone. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Handoff to the single back. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. 3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Give on 4th. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Drops back on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Got a man. It's Parker. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Rides to the back. All over him immediately.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Rush right in his face. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. On the move. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. He's stopping. He's got enough to move the chain.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat on hat to go get that first.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception. Now, after the interception, there is a man who's still down on the field. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Moves the pocket. It's Bachmeier. Oh, pressure's coming. Got his man. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Got him downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Caught. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first. Makes the grab. Breaks him. Got enough space. Touchdown, Cougars! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question. Especially in a situation like this, David, when the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Second down to the air. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
Ooh, and they almost had another one. And this defense is dialed in, man. The interception on the last possession, almost another one there. They've got a really good read on this passing game.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Left side is Parker. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On the move. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds his man. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. Play is stopped for a moment as they tend to an injured Kansas Jayhawk. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
In traffic, it's Parker. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. And they'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some room for the quarterback to run. Play is stopped for a moment as they tend to an injured Kansas Jayhawk. This offense simply has to pay this off on 3rd and goal. They desperately need a touchdown. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Ready? Black 14. Ready, go.
First play of the drive. Read option right. Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. I don't know that there's anything more demoralizing to an offense than the fumble. I know the defense makes plays, but sometimes they just seem so unnecessary or sloppy.
And I think the offensive coordinator now has some decisions to have to make. Oftentimes, Reese, we see running backs fumble, they get benched. Well, this offense, they're not going to bench this guy because of his talent. But how many more times do you trust him to carry the football on design quarterback runs after that fumble?
And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. Scoreboard operator better stay loose. Plenty of time to go here as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Quarterback signaling to his guys. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Just keeps slinging it. He's going to take off. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
2nd down, going to throw it. He'll get rid of it. And he's on his way He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Got his man. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They'll need a bunch on second down. Working the ground game. Still on his feet at the 45. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Drops back on first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wideout. The play fake. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
They'll run it. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They give it to him again. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Play is stopped for a moment as they tend to an injured Kansas Jayhawk. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. BYU with the 1st and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. Nowhere to go on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Using his feet, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Direct snap. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Third and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. To throw, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that is a drive drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in from the Kansas sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. Under pressure, crosses the 40. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. A man still down after that last play. There is an injured BYU Cougar. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Fresh set of downs going up top. Oh, no, the ball popped out.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Jayhawks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. And he avoids the sack.
I wonder how much of that incompletion is due to the pass rush. That quarterback did not have a lot of time to throw that football. This offensive line is going to have to do a better job giving him time.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got room at the 35. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Fresh center down's going to the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Turns it upfield. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Jayhawks have this offense rolling. Wants to throw one first. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. From the gun. He'll pull it down and run. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
It's the fourth quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around. Does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need a score badly. We got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This is as big a play as we've had in this game. 3rd down and 3. Got just plowing ahead. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Tie game here with just a few minutes to go. Now they'll run the draw. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Bachmeier. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Trying to take it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. We've got a tie game, and this defense will try to keep it that way with just a few minutes left. Rush is on. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. From the gun. Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The clock stopped. 2 minutes left to play in this one. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes a catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. On the move. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Floats it out in space. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. The Jayhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Leaves it with the back. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Leaves it in his belly. And BYU will get the 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save it.
Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, BYU! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Kansas offense returns to the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Jayhawks headed quickly to the line. Drops back on 1st down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Good gain on the return of this defense.